he'll take one to a ship and he'll just leave it there. And because it kind of teeters with the wave.
Really?
So you're, yes.
I've never sat in one on a ship.
Oh
but
my
we
gosh.
got a couple on the front porch.
We need three of them. We need three of them right here, right now.
Then you'd feel like you were on land, and that's not really what I'm going for when I'm out here.
Well, like, here's not so much of a big deal because there's not a lot of forward. The Nautilus seems to rock side to side. Like on the ships I've been, like you're going up, forward, back, and you're going side to side. So if you line yourself center line with the ship, you're not going forward anymore like that. So that's what that's good for. And I'm pretty sure that's why he got it.
I don't know if I know what a gravity chair is. It's not an inversion bed, right?
I don't know what an inversion
When you, it's like this flat thing you lay on and you like put yourself in it.
It's the one that you hang upside down.
No, that's not. So it looks like it's a fold up chair, and it's sort of like a cot, like how it's kind of like attached to the frame, but you can have it like this, and just imagine just when you lean back, it just kind of goes into position.
I'm gonna have to Google this before I fall asleep. That's what I'll do when I go back to my room. That'll be like how I fall asleep, thinking about this chair.
Maybe I want one too.
Don't lie, we're gonna do it right now. Google.
I think we need a cot for the studio for Megan. She's
she's
lost in time. Just pull it out from under the desk.
She spends hours and hours in here. Yeah.
She's there for a long time to go.
Little do we know, she got herself stuck. She closed the door. She closed the door.
She totally doesn't have a radio up there. Can't talk to anybody.
And it's soundproof. You hear the...
You guys weren't saying my name, right?
She's here.
What's
downstairs, maybe.
No, Leela, we didn't say your name.
Okay.
Leela and Megan sound very
Now
similar
I'm
on
hearing things.
intercom.
Really?
No.
Okay, never mind.
There's not a Megan on the boat, right?
You're kidding, right?
Yeah. Megan?
Megan Cook.
Oh. Just kidding. I was kidding. I was definitely kidding.
It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m.
It is 3 a.m.
Wait, we've been talking about Megan this
I
whole
think
time.
that it makes it like even worse. That's why it was funny.
So how about this gravity chairs?
She hasn't been on board for 3 years.
No, I was thinking of last time when I sailed. Is there a science manager named Megan?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think when I sailed. That's who I was
Lubetsky.
thinking.
I'm going to butcher your last name. Lubetsky.
Megan Lubekin.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that one.
Yes.
No, the science manager's name was Jamie when I sailed, not Megan. I don't know where that's coming from.
Well, Megan
I
is
know
a
where it's coming from. It's
that
coming from
exists.
3 a.m. That's what it is. It's coming from 3 a.m.
Well, I don't really have an excuse because I've been pretty much for 35 days now. I've been up between midnight and 4. This is not like abnormal for me.
3 a.m. is
It's
3
just
a.m.
that usually I'm listening to like Newfound Glory or Sum 41, getting like real pumped up with my dots.
You turned off the mezzo one?
I didn't turn off the mezzo.
I turned off the. Are we on Argus?
Yeah. Oh, don't do that yet.
Oh no, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's impossible for me to because it's right here. I'm on Argus.
Oh.
No, if I was going to touch that, I'd tell you. I'm not that
You
confident
didn't turn
yet.
it off, Mike?
No, it's
I just turned it back on. It was off and it stopped talking there.
I don't think so.
Is it something related to the fact that you guys can't view Argus's screen?
No.
Oh, it could have been. It could have.
Oh, yeah.
Because when it was frozen, I was trying to do something. I could have turned it off. If it was still like
Oh, yeah.
quasi-active. Oh man, it's so I want a chair.
I could go for like a steak and cheese.
Brain train off the rails.
Okay.
Totally different direction.
Well, we're saying what we're thinking about.
Yeah,
Thinking
okay.
about chairs. I'm thinking
What's
about steak
we
and
should
cheese.
go around and say what your favorite idea is. It's my favorite question to ask people.
Your favorite food?
No, your favorite idea.
Idea?
Just like in the moment. Could be literally like a thought, a concept, a thing, a person, like literally anything. Just in the moment. What's your favorite idea?
What's your noun?
So Annie's is a steak and cheese.
Well, that's what I'm currently thinking about. But my favorite idea, man, that's deep. I guess gravity, maybe.
It's fun because I get such a wide range of answers. It's great. Like someone said double-decker couch one time. I'm like, that's yeah.
Those are sweet.
That's
Stadium
solid.
seating in a living room. Have you ever seen those living room tables that they like sit low, but then you can like hinge them up and they become a
Oh,
table that's not, it's like a normal size table then, it's not longer a coffee table.
Yeah. These things are funky.
Oh.
Michael, what's your favorite idea?
What's my favorite thing? Or like what's the
What's your favorite idea?
idea?
Just, yeah,
Abstract concept?
it could be.
Uh,
Anything that your brain can hold is an idea. So.
My favorite thing, and it's so hard to explain, because like I don't know what the word for it is, if there is such a thing, but it's more of a circumstance. It's a type of joke. It's like it's a type of joke, and everyone knows what it is when it happens. But it's so hard to explain.
Can you just tell us the joke?
It's not a specific joke. It's
But like, give us an example.
That's
of
what's
it.
so hard. It's like so let's say we're talking, and let's say we're just talking about a conversation, and someone says something tangential, but then you can't explain it. It's a circumstantial thing.
But that's your favorite idea.
Yeah, it's this joke that I have that I've yet to figure out, come up with a name for, or discover it, or properly explain to people, and it drives me nuts because then it's my favorite joke. I love it. Every opportunity I get, everyone does it. Everyone does it.
Well, when it happens and I'm there, be like, that's the thing, and then I'll try and help you put words to it. So now my interest is piqued.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to share a favorite idea?
No, that's not order.
I'm just thinking about the next dive, so that's very lame.
That could be a favorite idea.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's the thing. The next time.
Yeah. It's not bad. Dan, what about you?
It's a complete blank at the moment.
That's, yeah. Totally fair.
Some people call that Zen.
Mind
That's
NT.
blue water transit. Yeah, it's hard for me to, I try not to go there when I'm on the boat, because I get melancholy. So when I walk out the door at home, it's that part kind of gets switched off while I'm on the boat. And yeah, I don't think about it much. Used to when I was younger.
That's fair.
Caused me endless grief.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Roger. I'm happy to wait at 50 meters. We made better time than I thought. What's that? Yeah, I should have come up slower.
That's like essentially secondary boosters right there. Mark's just going around with the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Recovery, recovery.
I'm sorry, it said on deck at 4. The bus comes, leaves the station at on time and arrives at the station on time. We get grief either way if we're 10 minutes too early or 10 minutes too late.
Oh man, it's bugging me. It happens every time I bring it up too.
Yeah.
Like I'll be on it for like an hour,
Right.
2 hours. It's
Won't
just
stop thinking
like,
about
what
it.
is the perfect example? But it's not. It's a very circumstantial thing.
I think right now my favorite idea is my favorite shape, which is a great non-convex rhombus cube octahedron. Looks like a funky
Say it again?
Rubik's cube. A
Oh.
great non-convex rhombus cube octahedron. It's like a Rubik's cube that's like glitching out, basically. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, I could go there. I missed the Dutch Brothers opportunity while we were in port. It's too lazy to walk another 14 minutes for really good mocha.
Oh, yes.
I guess my favorite idea, the thing that goes around in my reptile brain mostly out here, is I just hope and pray that everything goes right, because there's so many ways for it to go wrong. So I'm just hoping it goes right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
It never does.
pretty solid idea.
It never does. There's always something.
Right. As we've seen.
Like there's never the perfect, cruise. There's always something.
Right.
It's part of being on a ship and throwing a bunch of gear over the side and running it down a couple of kilometers into the ocean.
Yeah, imagine if nobody knew how to fix things. We'd be like out after one dive.
I don't know if this is my favorite thing or just the thing that plagues me. I am vexed so.
I am so curious what this
It's not as if you. I point it out and you'd be like, oh, it's very it's very common.
Yeah.
It's very common.
Maybe it's
My secondary thing though, I will say, is the eye roll from friends and loved ones that you invoke. That makes them question why they care about you.
See, this is why I ask people this question, because I get answers like that.
And
Really
you know what I'm talking about. It's just like you say
Yeah,
something,
that's
you do
exactly what
something,
you're
and it's just
talking
like,
about.
Oh, yeah.
I have teenagers at home. Get lots of eye rolls these days.
I gotta throw that away. I'm not gonna keep this in here anymore. Ow!
No, I should be able to correct. You were asking about that the other day, so personally I avoid doing anything but going forward with the ship unless it's kind of extreme. Because in my experience, that's when things go sideways, literally. And I've had some really bad experiences in the past where the ship loses its heading in weather, and people have lost ROVs that way. Ship loses its head and it can't get it back, then the ship's out of control and it's dragging the ROV or running over the ROV. And the ROV winds up going through the ship's propellers.
Engaging manual control.
Roger. We do step the ship though occasionally, and it usually works out pretty well. There's no drama. But what's that? No, we'll keep streaming and see what happens here. If I can't come around, yeah, no, we'll stop at 50 and see what happens. So I usually stop at 50, and because right now we have too many dynamics going on. We're coming up, the winch is turning, ship's moving. That's probably why Rennie doesn't like to stream too early, because it skews the DP readings on what the current is. So I can't quite make it out from here, but somewhere it should say what the current is and where it's coming from. Yeah, so that's the ship's, right, so he's convinced that moving the ship skews, because the DP basically takes the external forces on the ship and models them. So what it can account for in wind and motion, it thinks that that's current, because there's no current sensor, there's no Doppler around here.
Come in all stop at 50.
Roger. Tell Mark we're going to all stop at 50 and stand by. Yeah. Mark, we're way out of the box anyway. It's off to the port side there. So you want to, how do you feel about going down and helping him out? You got boots on or slippers on?
I have boots.
Oh, darn.
Why don't you go help him out?
Yeah, once I see another person.
I can turn off your lights here, since you don't have an Argus screen anyway, so you're useless up here. Might as well go down on the deck, do some work.
Goodbye, good night.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, Roger. Hey, Mark, I'll send Michael down. See if I can do this by myself. I don't know. I have Annie here. I also have Nova here. The whole back row.
Still got a little
I can give moral support.
Yeah. Cheer us on. Well, she did a little bit, but
My favorite thing.
Yeah.
No,
You said it was
I was like, I
dive.
should think about the next dive,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
It's like
Which is valid.
my brain doesn't go very far, but like dive and last dive, next dive.
I know what Tamara's favorite thing is, bubble streams.
Bubbles.
I like a lot of other stuff too.
Every time you talk about bubbles, it reminds me of the fish from Finding Nemo that
Oh,
likes,
gosh,
likes
yes.
his little bubbles in
Yeah.
the chest. Hi, bubbles. yeah, with the yeah, right. So exciting. Oh, maybe turn up.
Did he, oh. Roger. Doesn't explain why we're over here. Let's,
So is Argus's camera not coming back on the rest of the time?
let's try streaming a little faster.
So you're not on meter.
Argus camera is still on. It's just dark
It's just start. Okay.
because it's pointing straight out,
Right. Oh, okay.
and all our lights are pointed down.
Gotcha.
So you'll see
I'll see.
it come up when it comes up Nautilus or whatever.
Copy that. Thank you.
It's about the same as yesterday. This is what we did yesterday. We streamed at 0.5 and I came up, but I was on the port side a bit. Yeah. The 0.5 got me back in the box. Roger. This should be a repeat of yesterday because we're in the same place, right?
You want to put the arm back?
What's that?
The arm?
Yeah, I did.
Why is it, do I see, oh, what am I, why does it look like it's turned?
Because you're looking at it 90.
I'm looking at it from the thing, yeah. What?
Like magic. Oh.
Wow.
Womp, 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 womp. I'm convinced Rennie has a fascination with complexity when it comes to that DP screen. Should take his DP screen away. Most navigators do not have that. Okay, we're back in the box here. If you want to tell the deck, we're clear to recover.
Deck fan?
Go ahead.
We are back in the box and clear to recover when you are ready.
Yep, we're still setting up.
Mark ran him off the deck. Cause
Yeah. I got sent back up because people showed up.
There you go.
He just falls. Just falls. But you can still hear him. Okay. Yeah.
It's like when I know it's latched, but my biggest fear is always that it's going to close on my hands when I'm going down. I'm like, Right.
That is an interesting thing. Like you can kind of feel it when you think about things like that. Like, ah. Car doors.
Ah.
Okay, control and main deck, we're all set down here. We okay to recover?
okay to recover.
Okay to recover.
Roger that. Bridge, main deck, radio check.
Main deck bridge, loud and clear.
Okay to recover?
Yep, bridges go for recovery.
Understood, bridges go. Coming up.
Nom 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 nom.
Can see that wire leading off to port side too. Yeah. Yeah, but that's even that is not telling the truth, right? No, I mean the DP screen. So that's what he was looking at, saying there's no opposing current. But Rennie and I argue about this all the time. So you can look at that all day, but if you look outside or look around, that's but the wire angle and the sweeping of Herc indicates we have some cross current. But he's right, it will sort itself out on the surface. When you get in the interface there, it seems to be a lot more drag. I don't know why.
Oh, right.
I'm good here though, if you want to go by the checklist. I'm happy. What is it? I've never read it actually. It's Roger. 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 Sounds about right. Yeah, all the what lights are on just about light.
What?
I was just seeing what lights were on Argus.
Oh, they're all on.
all right, we're going to be right on time.
I'm trying not to get too excited because then it'll kind of wake me up and I won't be able to go to bed. You know?
Sound logic.
You know that's happened to you when you're trying to like, oh man, I can't wait to go to bed, and like the excitement, like you can't go to sleep now.
Gosh. No adrenaline. None allowed.
Yeah, you just gotta be cool.
I think I'm gonna get grief because we're early.
Okay, Agus, clear your lights.
Bridge, please reduce your thrusters to 25% power.
Nav bridge, copy that, will do.
I didn't get a goal. We'd like to bring Herc up between the A-frame because it keeps Argus lined. Yeah, maybe. If you're going to air to one side, though, that's the...
Time for the bouquet Argus shots. You want to run stop on them?
What's that?
Stop.
Oh, yeah. You can... Here, let me stop. And you can stop it.
Bridge nav.
Thank you.
Nav bridge.
Please increase your thrusters to 90% and hold position.
Okay, increasing to full and going into DP position holding. Nav bridge, ship is in DP.
Thank you.
Happy, happy. It's going to be interesting to see how Pavel takes the new procedure. Neo's real accommodating. Pavel will be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I should probably kill that.
Yeah, it gets the outside of the glass. Gets doesn't have a defroster.
Argus, cam is done.
Copy that, thank you. Look at that.
Ground strap.
You can put Camamed in monitor 3 if you want again. That was kind of cool having the big screen on deck. Don't need to see the winch anymore.
There you go.
They're all like, what?
Huh?
Half awake.
What?
Stunned.
Oh my.
We could have taken that other core to my...
Yeah, right.
They are bubbling though. Look at them. So maybe it's not thruster. See them? That's off-gassing. That's not thruster. Don't you think?
It does look like, yeah, degassing, but why now? I felt like it could have started way earlier.
Well, that has to be off-gassing for bubbles to come out.
Mm. I mean, it's very gassy samples, yes.
Yeah. Is Leila still in here?
No.
I'm listening.
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah, so we'll see what's still in there. It seems,
Yeah.
I guess, like it's not the verts.
yeah, the verts are off right now. In fact, all thrusters are off, and those things, both of them are just bubbling away, they look like.
Interesting. Okay.
Are you
Maybe
calling from
core
the
processing is going to take less time than I thought.
Yes. Now the gas is gone too.
Yay!
Right.
I mean, oh man.
I did a job a couple of years ago with Pelagic, and we were taking native oil samples in the Gulf of Mexico from the natural seeps, and it was deep, I don't know, 2,800 meters, I think. So, and we had this big sampler on the front of the vehicle, big rotisserie custom-built sampler, so the scientists were studying the natural oil seeps, and they had some kind of microbes that the oil would degrade over time, so they wanted a baseline from the natural oil seeps versus oil that was potentially spilled, and they could tell how long it had been, floating around in the sea. So anyways, when you take the seeps, at the seeps there's also hydrocarbons there, right? It's gas as well as oil.
Right. Yeah.
And it when the oil is coming into the sampler, you get hydrocarbons the same way as we do, same way as it does in the funnel.
Yes.
So, and they had this little valve on the top. It was supposed to let the gas come all the way through the sampler and only keep the oil, but it would basically freeze up the same as it does in the funnel, and it would clog the little valve. So that whole contraption didn't work right. So we could only get, like, the jars were about the size of a coffee can, maybe 2-quart jars. We could only get this tiny amount of oil in there, because if we didn't, all the gas would expand and it would just blow oil all over the front of the vehicle. So they had these, they were big, they're probably as big around as one of the Nautilus cups and maybe twice as tall. And they would only get a few cc's of oil out of each one, and they would do this all the way up. No, we played around with it. In the end, the solution was not to put so much in there, because the gas would start expanding as we come up. And
The overpressure.
No, they didn't need that much. They were happy with what they got. But they would consolidate all that giant jar and down into this little vial about the size of your finger, maybe. They wanted quite a bit because they were doing different research over several year period, I guess.
Nav bridge.
Yep, go ahead, Bridge.
I'm going to cut back on the power to the jet pump now.
Okay, thank you.
Neil's pretty switched on. He's seeing that the thruster washes. I don't know why it's pushing the vessel that way. The current, does that make sense? The current was going the other way. Oh, that makes sense. So it was washing Argus that way, so the boat's pushing that way to try and hold position.